presented by Private Internet Access.
Welcome back to We're All Satoshi. I'm here today with Pavel Filimonov, who's running Urban Garden 24 and who's talking to us a little bit about urban gardening, how this is breaking out of the system with genetically modified organisms, how this all ties into a general breaking out idea right now from the system, from food, from banking, from work, from everything. We explored a little bit about this in the last segment. Can you explore how this ties together with growing your own food, breaking out of banking, breaking out of you should eat this, you should listen to this, you should think this?
Well, basically what we have right now is a growing population, and we are headed to 10 billion people, maybe in 2050 as an estimation, and we can't grow. So we need complementary technologies to be able to produce a lot of food on a smaller space. So that's where I went beyond just having an online shop for urban gardening, but also trying to be a leader in this part of development.
And you have a wonderful new project called Microgreens. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, of course. Like microgreens are just basically very young plants that are harvested about maximum of 3 weeks. So it has a very, very fast turnover, because if you think about tomatoes, you need a few months to get the plant to harvest. And with microgreens, you have a very fast turnover, and that means you don't need a lot of space to produce a lot of them. So it would be a perfect technology to place into cities, so we don't have a big, a long way of transportation where they are, where the freshness is just not the same anymore. Because I mean, I guess you know it, if you walk into a store and you want to buy some greens, that they are already not not at the stage that they are delicious, and after 1 or 2 days it's like finished.
Right. So you can't eat it anymore. You're also helping people make locally sourced food with this.
Yes, it would be a perfect kind of new vegetable to consume and also grow locally in every city.
And you're also accepting Bitcoin for people who want to buy this.
Yes, yes.
How did you come into Bitcoin? What was the decision that made it logical to tie this to Bitcoin?
Well, that's a little bit of a longer story, because I became first a libertarian in 2011 when Ron Paul was running for president, or
the love revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
The relevo over
exactly with the backwards E. But this got me really excited, because I first time have seen a politician that is basically talking about a holistic concept with a vision of a government that is not interfering into your life, but truly serving the people and leaving everything else to yourself. Like just covering the basic needs like security and some kind of judicial system and some space. Yeah, like just providing the basic needs that people need to create a free market.
The radical idea of believing that people can run their passions, right?
Yeah, and that the people that the state shouldn't be an authority above you, but a servant to you, because we don't live for the government. We don't live for the government. The government lives basically for us, and they are dependent on us and not we on them.
Isn't that true? I mean, we're still in the mindset of electing kings and queens to rule over us. We're not in the mindset of employing a janitor who takes care of the building, and we probably should be.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's a little bit. I guess the responsibility is a little bit higher than that on a janitor, but basically it is like this, and it's sent me on a path where I then joined the Party of Reason here in Berlin, and I was like the second leader locally here, and we also did some protests, and maybe heard of the peace demonstrations that were every Monday, and I also did a speech there about like inner peace, that the peace outside starts with inner peace and whatever. And it was like, that was a big thing for me then. Yeah, but when I discovered Bitcoin, I think it was in around 2012, 2013. But I remember it was like $6 one Bitcoin.
$6. So
yes.
That would have been either early 2012.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or
I guess
just
so.
after a short drop in the August of 2012.
Yeah.
It was 7.5. Maybe you could get it for 6 then.
Yes. And I had the decision, like, do I invest in silver or do I invest in Bitcoin? And Bitcoin just seemed too fresh, too new, and I was not able to comprehend. Like, I was still in the mindset that gold and silver have to be like, are the true money, and everything else is like more. I was a little bit more skeptical about it. But then my thinking developed, and I saw Bitcoin growing and growing and growing, and I think you know the pain when you saw something as the first guy and you told everyone about this and no one believed you. You didn't believe in your own idea, and then you didn't get in at the right time, and you like lost the train that was going.
Well, it was as in.
But I guess the train is still going on, and I mean it's.
I mean, it's in one of the most exciting cycles right now, where the fork having happened, each community pursuing its own passion, basically. You're seeing one of these cycles with a huge run up and an equally probably long fall after that. We haven't seen that entirely yet, but it's I mean it's happening, and even people like Bloomberg and others are talking about this is just the early days of cryptocurrency. Yeah,
and it's true, it still is. Even if you look at the market capitalizations of the classical financial products, and then you look into all the cryptocurrencies, they're like a little spot, and the big markets are like this, and all the money is still there. So basically, who's now into cryptos are like nerds like us who heard of it early
adopters,
and
we're not at early mainstream yet.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So it was like my personal passion, and for me it was clear right from the start that when I open the shop, I will accept cryptos. And I'm working with my shop on a system that does not support Bitcoin or some Bitcoin applications at all. So it's not like I programmed it myself, but I took a template with this provider service. And I was also thinking, okay, I'm not going to be able to integrate Bitcoin or some other cryptos at all, because there are just not the tools there. So I just decided, I just write a page. We sell to a Bitcoin course of this and that, like depends on the price. We correct the actual price, put it a little bit lower, so we have a little benefit to also accept Bitcoin, and just ask people that they tell us that they want to pay in Bitcoin, and we tell them how much it is, and they send it to our wallet.
Okay, so you're just taking the simplest route for everybody involved, basically.
Yeah, you don't have to do it super complicated.
Okay. Has this worked out well?
Yeah, we had some Bitcoin payments, and it was just exactly like it was planned, and we were just billing it as euros coming in, because we would then just took the Bitcoins, converted it into euros, and paid for the stuff we needed.
So taking the simplest way possible, basically, to accept cryptocurrency, and you only have positive experience with it.
Yeah, I don't really have negative experience at all.
That sounds great.
Cryptos. And yeah, we are accepting not only Bitcoin, but also Dash and Ethereum. And I think in the realm of cryptos, the Bitcoin is, the market percentage of Bitcoins is falling and falling, because other crypto disruptive technology. So Bitcoin was a disruptive technology, but right now even the disruptive technology gets disrupted. So this is an evolution that is going so fast that you're really not able to tell what's going to be there in 5 years. So maybe even Bitcoin is going to be surpassed by something new or some other development.
Yeah, you can't tell.
You can't tell. I believe Bitcoin will still be around and maybe even go to the moon, but yeah, I'm excited to see what will happen and how all this will develop into some sort of own market, because that's what it basically is. It's a new market where you, for now, can just buy like a financial product or asset, but I mean, if you want to have an economy growing, you can't just provide you can't just put your money in financial products. You need to put your money in companies that are going to produce products that are going to benefit the world. And if we will be able to provide a network where companies can exist within this structure, within this new structure, and have their own rules and make it globally, so I guess we are creating a new market that is going to be very, very interesting.
That sounds great. And so just to wrap up this part, people can go to your shop at urban-garden24.de
Exactly.
and get seeds and planting pots and everything else for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dash.
And euros.
And euros. Even the falling currencies, not just the rising ones.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm legally forced to accept fiat currencies. So.
Fair enough.